Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope you are well. Today I am showing you how to get into Champ. And therefore, if you follow this replay, you can follow the next one, and that will show you how to get into Grand Champ. And if you're out there saying, well, it's a mechanical thing, it is never a mechanical thing for 95% of the gamer base, maybe even more. It is a positional thing. And to do that in this replay, which I have not seen, I promise you that, I am going to predict the future, and I'm actually going to show you where I would be before the situations even arise, to give you as much insight as I can to show you how you can rank up by positioning and not mechanics. So here we go. I'm going to try and get this done in half an hour. I know people have got stuff to do, so I'm going to do my best. Now, here's the first prediction. He's going to the corner. Rocky should go and grab that boost in the corner, which could starve them down. He could then look to center the ball. Second man here, Elite, needs to be thinking here. If Rocky turns away, can he beat this player to the boost? Well, there's a potential. Otherwise, I'm going to grab, and I'm going to come into boost pad 1. So I would probably, let's see. Yeah, see, this is classic. I already had a feeling this could happen. They always turn up the wall. Why? Why we turn up the wall? Because you want to get onto the ball faster? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, now don't get me wrong, obviously Rocky is in the pacifist system. He was in the second cohort and he went from Gold 3, Platinum 1, and he's now Diamond 2. How crazy is that, okay? People say it doesn't work. There's my proof. Guy's gained like over 300 MMR during and after the program. Haven't coached Rocky in about a month, so it'd be interesting to see what he's doing, but a pacifist player will not leave this ball, so therefore they can 50 it. Knowing that as the second man, if we're in a team, second man should always be central, so I would come straight away off the wall. You don't want to be on the wall anyway, and I'd sit here. And I'm facing forward, so that I can attack the ball if it comes into the middle. Again, I have not watched this replay. Let's see what happens. Oh, I don't know how I do this. It's almost like I've seen this play hundreds of thousands of times. So from here, all I would do, I've got gold mechanics. I would jump and bonk, and I would hit this with a single jump. And there is my first goal. 1-0 in the first 10 seconds, not from mechanics. Instead, what we're going to do is we're not going to go to the middle. We're going to actually be on the wall, which is going to force us to be on the same side stack, which means the opponent's going to naturally want to put it to the strong, to the weak side, which is onto the right hand side, which is fair enough. But now the issue is, what do we do with this ball? Well, realistically, if we're Elite here, we just need to let this ball come into the corner or let Rocky stand it. They've gone for a rotation play, which means they're going to hit that ball away from themselves. It's not a bad pickup, okay? It's not a bad play. This is the thing, it's not a bad play, but I do believe, my heart of hearts, if with the pacifist system, that could be more optimized by taking it into the corner and playing off of the back of that. So it looks for a bump here, and so now you got a question of, basically, our first man here, which is what we see a lot, has overcommit into the corner, and it doesn't necessarily look like that, but this is an overcommit into the corner looking for the bump/demo. What I've noticed is, 5-6 years ago on my old channel, I was saying to people, don't dive into corners, don't dive into corners. 6 years later, it really feels like that's paying off now. I'm seeing so many less dives into corners that now it seems to me that the second man's positioning overall, they're missing more goals than they should be via not being centralized. So let's just play from here. So Rocky is going to come and try and cut that off. Not bad. I would love to see you go down the middle. People go, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Again, not a bad thing wrong with it, but I'm talking about optimized, What we see here, what Rocky's just done, is what we see a lot of players do, where they go in between. It's like looking for a backboard shot and a nothing but net shot, and you end up getting nothing. We've got a path lane sort of there, but really we got this, the easiest path lane in the game is down the middle because it's a straight line. And I'm going to change that color, sorry. Or a lot of people love this path lane, but this path lane's difficult. I'm not lying to you. This is an alright path. It's not as good as people think. Better for building up than backing off, but it is difficult unless you spend a lot of time practicing it. I like to just take the thought process out of it for most players. What most players do is they go in between and end up grabbing nothing. And this is what you see. And you probably think, oh yeah, but he's got boost. But it's the principle of it. We're talking habits. We're missing 1, 2, 3. We miss 3 boost. Now, what I would have done, come down the middle, I would have got to Supersonic. I'd now have 100 boost anyway, and I would have gone to back post opposite the play. And now I would drive forward, exactly the same. But what have I got? What's my advantage? What's my advantage? Look at this camera touch. Boom. I know exactly where second man is. Rocky here doesn't actually know where second man is. And the biggest, most important thing in twos as the second man, which we kind of are in this situation, is to know what their second man is doing, because that should dictate a lot of the things you do. But good pickup, none that. Oh, okay. You don't want to shoot this away from yourself. That comes from not knowing where the second man is, and it's done by panic. What you'd want to do here is if you went deep in net. So what I would do here, I'd be deep in net already, and I'd come forward, and I know that he was there. I'd jab that off the wall. Now I've got a bouncing ball, air dribble, bump, flick, whatever. Could even, if they go back to net, switch to a lateral into a hook shot. There's another goal. So we just hit it away. Damn what you were going there for there. Okay, I can already see what's going to happen here. So this is another prediction. You're going to back up here, Rocky, which means you're going to get beaten. Remember the rule is number 1, first man. What is the rule? You must be mobile and don't muddy the waters. If you are defending, you are defending. If you're attacking, you are attacking. Right now, we are defending. Therefore, we need to turn around and stay mobile so we can move away from the play, giving us more frames to get touches on that ball. Very important. This is the wrong position for second man. Second man needs to be central, opposite the play. In this situation, because we've been collapsed, we can see Capello, Techno, Rocky, and the ball are all coming in this direction, okay, towards the net. We might as well just go in deep net because that's where it's going to happen. And what we want from Rocky as our first man is to block the ball coming from the inside. So he should be shadowing and funnel them into the corner. But what I reckon is going to happen here is Elite will turn and dive on this. Rocky's going to get outplayed, and there's possibly going to be a double commit based on this build-up. I don't know what's going to happen. This could backfire. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's the beat, okay? Yeah, exactly. Okay, I haven't seen that. I'm honestly being honest. I just seen this so many times. And you're probably thinking, well, there was nothing wrong with that play. And there's not much wrong with that play other than you are dependent on a certain outcome. First of all, you are dependent on this man diving in. You are dependent on the ball bouncing nicely and not rolling here to allow them time to react. And the other thing with this is, and this is why I really believe in the pacifist system, is where you forced your overcommit from the opponent. And we've got a lot to cover in this particular bit. So it's only just past the halfway line we force the overcommit. So one of them doesn't even end up in the corner. I'd like to force an overcommit here. Now they're both screwed. Now, what Rocky should do here, if I'm Rocky, what I need to do is come onto the inside, and I'm already facing this way because there's nothing for me to gain here. And I'm moving with this. If I need to go up, if they're a good mechanical player, I can still go up. That's not a problem. I can still aerial, but I'm moving with them. So I've got more chance of blocking them. Otherwise, I keep coming here. And on this ball here, I'm facing this way, remember. I jump and I side flip like that. And I will win the boost battle. Not only will I win the boost battle, I'm actually going to steer this ball into the corner. And it's going to be volatile. Why? Because my second man should be waiting in net. That ball should bounce straight into the middle. He has an open net. That's another goal, okay? That's 2-0 already. What happens instead is we face into the play and go up, and then second man dives in. And then they're just basically kind of waiting for luck. Now, I can tell you that Techno's probably on 0 here. Or low boost. Yeah, free boost. They're on 0, okay? This player's on like 30, all right? Now, imagine right now, I had that corner boost, and they're both in the corner. And the ball spilled into the middle. That's an open net. That's the pacifist system. That's why I believe it's the strongest way to play. So if I'm you right now, Rocky, I wouldn't flip there, okay? Come straight into the middle instead. Come straight across here, and I'm going to sit right here. Boost pad 2 I'd pick for this one because we've collapsed them. So I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait. And that goes over me, no problem. You're not going to score more, it doesn't matter. Now what I would do is I would probably half flip. I think Gold's can half flip. If not, I can jump, rotate my car, and drive this way. As I drive over here, I'm thinking to myself, do I need to grab that corner boost? Is it safe to grab the corner boost? No. If it was rolling, yes, grab, go onto the backboard. If it's bouncing, wait here. And now we're going to come up and we're going to block back into the corner, hitting high on the ball so it comes down and rolls. Simultaneously on that touch, we come down and we grab the boost. Typical player, they will do this all the way up into the high ranks because everyone's just go, go, go. No one thinks a step ahead. This is all you've got to do is think a step ahead, and I'm trying to show you how positioning allows you to do that. This player goes in for a shot they shouldn't be taking, but they go in because there's actually no one around, so it makes sense they go for it. Good positioning here, but I like to see if you are going to go back to net, you might as well go here because as you can see, you'd actually be able to save this if that was on target. But you did want to pick that up. Okay, so Rocky's going to take this. All right, a little bit deeper here from Elite. You should be here on the opposite side of the play. So I'm here, and look at that. I'd say, do you know what I love is that the positioning stuff is always right. Do you know what I mean? Fundamentals are always right, all the way to the top ranks. There we go. So now I save this, but not only do I save this, I actually get a counter. I shoot this over the top because I'm actually anticipating that because I've been watching their second man, who looks like they're just going to go to the side there. So I'm going to shoot it over the top. There is an open net. That's 3-0. All right, let's carry on from here then. Okay, I don't mind Rocky pursuing this ball here. There was a bit of stutter there, but so Rocky can pursue this ball. That's absolutely fine, but don't hit this. Okay, this is exactly, and this is what I love about this game, and this is what I've been trying to preach for years about this stuff. Is Rocky, you've done exactly what Millie did in the last replay analysis at Grand Champ. Hit the ball away from. This is identical. And what did Millie gain out of it? Nothing. It was a turnover of possession, and then they got collapsed. And I guarantee, I haven't seen this. There you go, turnover of possession, and now you're collapsed. And that's how powerful this is. And also on a side note, look again, because to be honest, this is a difficult situation for Elite to be in, but they're just going to turn straight away into this, which they shouldn't do. Now they need to take the which they've tried to, they're trying to stop momentum. And it's a very common thing I see people do. They stop the ball and it pops into the air and then they get scored. You have to use the ball's energy. Take the ball's energy, become a friend of the ball's energy, then manipulate it. If you go in trying to manipulate the ball's energy, it's not going to play with you. It's going to be annoyed. So Elite here, what you want to do, as soon as that hit comes in, I'm going to come onto this boost here, and I'm going to start moving backwards. And then as soon as I realize they've hit that away, I slow down to get close to the ball, and then I'm just going to take it to my corner. Waste time in the corner for Rocky to get back because he's overcommit. That should have been a goal. That just shows you the power. If this was a higher level player, that's a goal. Right here, boom, that should be a goal. Okay, that should be a goal. But it isn't. But it could very well be. Okay, so we got one pursuing the ball. Where are you, Rocky? Okay, not bad. Make sure we're not going this deep into net. This deep. So I love deep in there, and I'm talking fully deep, don't get me wrong. But you're now at this curve thing. We don't want that. Just stop here. Stop right here. Okay, now I'll go here. If you're ever in this position and you want to move a block to the right, instead of driving, just do a side flip. Or even jump, air roll, and just do a wave dash to the right. And just hold drift, and it'll just... You can stop where you want. So now I'm a little bit over here. Teammate's been beaten, so I'm going to go up for that now and block it. So because I'm deeper and I'm giving myself more time to react, it's actually very similar, but I'm literally one car to the right. This is the little tiny things, right? Now I'm already up, and I'm going to block this head on. Good attempt nonetheless. It looks like you go too far forward before you go up, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the typical thing, you're moving forward then going up. You can never do that. Remember, similar to the walls, we have to match the height of the ball. Same in net. If we're going to defend, we have to get up and out simultaneously, or even up before out is more important than going out and then up. Okay, good boost grab. Now, I'd tell you what I would do. I'd go here for a second, and I'd wait. And then I'd go here for a second. Now I'd come here. Very good. Really nice. Well played. I'm waiting here still. So, yep, this is really good from yourself to pick it up. So, shame about, again, paying attention to their second man. So, you always have to be cautious of the bump here. So, let them through. Come around here. Jab it into something like a high tail whip flick. But that's fair enough. You've gone for the shot. The main thing is you've asked him a question. Are you going to defend or grab boost? They've defended. Too wide. As second man. I'm just going to be here for now. And I'm actually going to backflip and just sit here. Now, instead... Yeah. See, I wouldn't have touched that like that. So, because I'm here, right, I'm waiting and I'm watching and I'm taking everything in. I can see my teammates being beaten. I can actually drive into this and shoot it, boom, off this sidewall. And the energy of my flip's going to come. That ball comes off sidewall and look at that, it's open net. Boom, just double jump, tap it in. That's what I would have done there. But because you've come onto the same side, this is the biggest weakness of second man at the moment here, Elite. Is you've come onto the same side of the play. So now we've got two lots of shadowing. We don't need two lots of shadowing. We need one with outward momentum, ideally. Now we're going to do these sort of things. It's awkward touches. You can have really good shadow, like really good players. When they shadow, they get these awkward touches. So always think about moving forward. And Rocky, you can't go up to this with 22 boosts. You know, you're not going to be able to pull it off if this guy's got flip, reset, scene and strut, so on and so forth. So what you'll have to actually do here is flip. I see, this is... Again, right, so little thing, when we're doing this sort of play, you should leave all the big boosts to the first man who's on the ball because they're the one working hardest. Elite, you should have high level of boost. The only reason we should go wide most of the time, most of the game, from a fundamental standpoint, is to grab boosts if we need it or to pick up a loose ball. There's no point us going wide if we don't need to do either of that. You've got 60 boost. I think you got 100 boost, okay? Here you've got 77. The last thing I want to do is go out the green zone as second man, especially if I'm 77. But by doing so, this is where little things make a big difference that people don't notice. So you go to the side, don't think a big deal. Now Rocky, if he was like using his camera more, would see you there. Now you guys have screwed yourself, because I need to go to this position straight away for boost to stop this aerial play. And then I continue my energy onto the backboard. I can come up off the backboard and take a hit. I can dive off the backboard. And now I can start hovering here. There we go. I could come down there. But you should be out. So what I would do as second man, as first man now, is I could leave that. And you could just take the hit off the backboard. Or you could take the hit before. So you really need to protect that. And that is a goal, yep. So easily preventable. We saw it coming. Again, 2 goals we would have saved by using the pacifist system. 3 goals we would have scored. We'd be up 3-0 right now. How crazy is that? Okay, get out of there, Rocky, because you don't need to be there. Your teammate's there. You've got no boost. What I would do straight away here is I would come. I don't know if that's there, but I would grab that boost, come straight into the middle, and I would just power slide here. They look fairly collapsed. I'm just going to stay in the center for now. I'm not going to push too far forward. There we go. If that goes wrong, I'm ready to pick up a loose ball. Keep that pressure on. We can use backboard barrage there if you want, which one of the pacifist system plays. So, yep, that would have worked. Not going to go on about kickoffs, but just make sure you're jumping early here. If you're not going to beat there, jump. Always jump early if you're slower than the opponent. So if you can't speed flip and they can, jump early. Jump early so that you're not used as a ramp, which is very important because you want to kill balls in twos. The most important thing is to kill a ball in twos because it's quicker to recover from. Okay, so nice, good grab here. I would like to see a little bit of this kept up, this momentum. So when you come here, you sort of look like you stutter. I would have just come in one swoop into this position. So now I'm already here. That touch comes. Now I move forward into it a little bit differently, almost with a curve. And boom, there's another goal. 4-0. What you've done is absolutely fine. The main thing is you've defended it. So well played. You've gone ahead of the play here. And so what you want to do, whenever you play the ball to the corner, you've lost vision essentially, so you could use your camera, sure. But what's the rule, guys? What's the rule when the ball's high in the corner? Straight away, exactly. Match the height of the ball. So as this ball comes, I'm coming here. Why? Look at my vantage point. That's central on the screen, which is like here. I can see the opponents. I can see so much. And now I can come down with, if they're there, right? So if I come up here and as I come out, make this save, always match the height of the ball around the corners. If they're on that backboard, like that wall about to take the shot, no problem. I can just come down, come back up, and I can defend it easily. If they're close grounded, I can just come through here and just smash this ball on net. That's an open net. And if they're backed off like this, well, that's fine. I now see this, and I can let this bounce come down, and I know I'm under no pressure. So you can never skip steps in this game. All right? Even though people will tell you can, you don't want to skip steps. Just move towards this ball here on the wall because you need to be able to see the opponent. And now you won't rush this. It's an unfortunate touch, but it's just because you're rushing that, in my opinion. Okay, let's have a look at Elite's position in here. Too far forward. Nothing's happening here. We don't need to push out. I just sit right here. Right here. And now, straight away, as soon as that jab comes on, I'm pushing for, because I'm reading this. So I'm here. So I'm about here right now. As soon as that touch comes in, which I can see, I'm probably challenging this because it's dangerous. He can double touch it. Remember the golden rule. Always defend a backboard touch before, after, or during, unless you can see that there's no follow-up. Then take the momentum. So straight away here, I'm up. Boom. And I'm stopping that. Touching it down, grabbing that, coming up here, touching that. And now we've got a one-on-one play. Maybe look for a flick-out play and look for a wear down. What's happened here? Elite's made the same mistake that Rocky's made, the same mistake that a lot of people make. Okay, he has moved forward out of net to defend before going vertically. So here we go, look, moving forward, then decides it's too late. It's too late. You're under the ball now. You have to go up before you go out, or simultaneously, ideally. It's even better to stay in net and just hover here. That would even be better because at least you're matching the height of the ball. You can never save a ball if you don't match the height of it by default. So always keep that in mind. There's no point pushing forward if you haven't matched the height of the ball because by default you cannot save that ball. Always remember that. You have a 0% chance. It's just how it works here. Elite, you need to come back a lot faster than this, but okay, good job. Onto the backboard, nice, jump off. Well played. Yeah, really nice. Let's see what you're doing here, Rocky. So I like this. Again, you're on this wall bit here. You see how you're on this wall bit? Again, I want to be grounded here. And now I move, and I can take that, or my teammate can, depending if we're in comms or not. If I'm in solo, I'm taking that, because I don't trust them. But if I'm in comms, I'll let my teammate take that. I'm here. Now, we've got an outplay. This is actually pretty good from Elite, that they're going for a high ball. So I'm going to come forward, down the middle, down the middle, down the middle, and I'm going to chill here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you going? Just chill here. Because now we've got the pacifist pivot. The strongest twos move in the game. Like, at most any rank, in all honesty. You know, this is why this play was designed. So here, a very common thing is that people get this save, and this ball happens. That this is such a common situation. That's why in the pacifist system, we have a move called the pacifist pivot, where what I would do if I was Elite is I'd come here and I would shoot this at the middle, boost pad 2. Rocky, you would be facing this way, and now you can jab, go for your air dribble, double touches, shot on net, whatever you want. And then you can obviously transition straight from pacifist pivot into backboard barrage. So that's what I would recommend there. If you don't know what these plays are, you want to know more, you know, we do have an all year round cohort where you can do the video package with coaching, and you get a private community. If you want to join the pacifist cohort, you can absolutely do that. But essentially, we're talking pass back there. And now I'd still be wanting to face forward. Second man wants to be central and facing forward as long as possible. So I'd just be reversing at this point. Just reversing, backflip, reversing. So I'm still facing forward here. Just in case I ever need to pick this up. We're in a little bit of a sketchy position here. So I'm here. Nice. That was really well played from Elite. Slowly. Because he's taking a 50. Just slow. Slower. Way slower, I would say here, Rocky, to be honest. Way slower. I'm going to stop here for a second. Now I'm moving slightly forward. And there's a goal. That's another goal from the pacifist system with zero mechanics, just by positioning alone, just by following a very fundamental blueprint. It is a blueprint. You can obviously manipulate certain things, but this is just to prove that by positioning and decision making alone, I don't know what's coming in this replay, but I am proving a point right now. The reason I can do the things that I do, and people say, how does he do it with such terrible mechanics? And I admit I have terrible mechanics, because I'm just playing the game in a logical fashion where I can actually move forward into these shots. What a lot of players do is they're so desperate to score, they never score. It's like a fighter desperate to knock someone out. If you watch this from Rocky's perspective, he does a great job of moving down the middle, but he's broken a massive rule. He's crossed this boost pad. Not yet. He's there. And always, one of the biggest tips I can give you in these positions is always think second. Rocky, you're acting like you're thinking first, like you're going to just go straight away. Let them hit the ball, then make your decision. Because you don't know where that ball's going to leak to. And we always want to be able to move forward into play, and that's just a free goal we've just lost. I think that's 5-0 if I had gold mechanics and I was playing this game. But this is brilliant. And same with Millie, you know, and no disrespect, this is brilliant. We are seeing people utilizing pacifist methods, but it's just little slip-ups on some of those rules. Little slip-ups, and they're hard to change. Don't get me, you know, it is hard to change these things because we've been told to play fast, we've been told to push up, we've been told by people who don't know what they're talking about, we've been lied to. And I say this all the time, and I am bitter about it, because look at the shockingness of this game and how easy it is if you were to follow the stuff I've been saying for 6 years. That's what I get a bit, you know. But that's the thing, and what we're seeing here, we're seeing this progression now. We just need this stronger second man. Second man is the guy who should be finishing most of these shots. He's the sniper, so he has to be able to move forward into the ball there. And here, you can switch if you want to, you know, probably a hook shot there, but again, you are fighting the energy of the ball, so you have to be very skilled to do that. What I would recommend is Elite, you stay on this ball here, Elite, and just smack this into your corner, and then Rocky, you go down the middle. Elite, you have that boost because you're the one working, so you get the boost. I'm the one, the second man, so I'm just looking for bits of downtime and pads. And I just reset here, you know. So don't try and force your way back in, because there's a turnover. And that's what happens when you try and force it. See, that should be a goal. So if this is a higher level player, this is why you don't fight energy. Again, I didn't know any of this is coming, all right? I'm just telling you what I would do. That's why it always works, because trust me, I've watched so many replays and I've seen the patterns at every level. What I'm saying is whenever you try to turn a ball, it always does this. No one can tell me it doesn't. Go watch any replay, it'll do this. So that's why I like to take the energy. Keep it safe next to me on a surface. That's one of the biggest things. All right, we're going to speed this up, guys. Do apologize. I'm trying to get this done in half an hour, so there we go. Loads of movement here. Loads of movement. Okay, we're in a good position right here. Stop. Okay, just what I would do here is I would turn it with a power slide and then just reverse. And maybe just side flip or something. Just sit here. See this movement? This is a lot of movement as second man. A lot of good save. Didn't need to take that save. Definitely less movement. You know, I remember hearing something once at coach. I'm not going to mention their name. Move in figure of eights to keep your momentum. What the hell? What the hell? I do wonder if these people have ever played any sort of sport in their life. Do you imagine that? Running around like a headless chicken to keep your forward energy? What on earth nonsense am I hearing? Just, if you're in the right position, just give it a second. Jesus. Stop moving. Alright? That's not your fault, Elite. You've been lied to. Here, I wouldn't take this because Rocky's on the backboard. So, this is Rocky's save to make. Don't come down there. So, when you're in this position, straight away, grab this demo, come here. We still don't have second man in vision. So, what I would do is I'd come up here and I'd sit to about here right now, looking in this direction. So, I'm here. And there we go. Perfect. So just side flip there. You can jab it. I would probably do a half flip back flip because they always push straight forward. They always push straight forward. That's why that back flip in the corner from the lockdown program that we've got, which is a free 6-week training, 4-week training program to get better at defense, is so useful. Half flip there into the corner and we're off. A good save though, nonetheless, but it does mean you're low on boost, which is why I wouldn't have took it. You want downtime moments. Okay, so he left that a bit open, which is forced to dive in here. This is good position, Rocky. A little bit further back. Get off this surface. Right, you're on this surface. It's difficult. All you got to do, if you're on this surface, what you got to remember is a car, wherever you press jump, it always goes directly from the top of the hitbox. So if you jump here, it would go from here upwards, wherever that upwards is. And in this case, upwards is actually forwards, you see. Upwards off that hitbox. So you just do a single jump, air roll, and you'll land here, facing that direction. Quick way to get off the surface. These are the actual real mechanics. You know, when people say things like, yeah, but they, well, not with myself. My mechanics really suck. But you know, when people are like fake, well, yeah, but he's got elite level touches. Yeah, because he's not wasting his time doing, you know, rings map for 10 hours. He's just working on stuff like, all right, well, if I jump there and then just land, I'm in position. Those are the very big things to do. Great overall position, but we just want to be ready here because I already want to be attacking this ball. This is very risky to me, but as we see here by looking at the thing, you've made a pacifist play. Of course, at these ranks and every rank up until the top one in the world, they will dive into the net, which is something you should never do, by the way, especially 2 players diving into the net. But that's Diamond 2 for you. You know, I saw a thing the other day and players saying, well, Diamond 2 isn't where it, and I agree, Diamond 2 isn't Diamond 2 of the past. Don't get me wrong about that. But keep in mind, if I was just in this game with gold mechanics, I think we're winning 7-0. Just keep that in mind. If you have 2 players following this system and they are following it to the T, you cannot lose for most players. Okay. So we're giving up a bit of space on the kickoff here. What you want to do, if you are going to give this space up, get onto the backboard straight away. Get onto the backboard here. I don't agree with this space. And someone said before, like, well, you'd say pre-jump if that. It's not a pre-jump. It is a pre-jump because if I'm on the ground here, I am pre-jumping this. So if I'm Rocky and I expect they're going to shoot, now I've already jumped. I have pre-jumped because experience has taught me that if you sit down in that and you don't pre-jump when you think your shots come in, you ain't saving it. But backboard would be better because you can always dive bomb down and get a pinch. You can flip into your pinch. Great save. Well played. A little bit of a push forward, but great play. Okay. Whoa. Stop. As soon as we see him, stop. Slam your brakes on. Slam your brakes on and reverse. Straight away. Now I come here, boost in, and I'm going to take that instead. So I'd probably win that again. Keep in mind, guys, the camera moves much slower than the car. Even if I was driving, I would actually beat that player. There's another one. 8-0. Wow. The power of it. Okay, let's see what we think's going to happen here. If we're Rocky, again, what's the issue here? Let's see. Can they power slide? Nice. Just a bit too much. A bit too much on these power slides, buddy. All right, what you want to do? Just now. Let go of power slide. Let go of power slide. Let go of drift and tap accelerate because it looks like you're sort of reversing or something. You want to be here and now side flip or something like that. And now I'm starting to move up. Yep, we're moving up here. And I'm here right now. I'm here, I'm waiting, and I'm watching. I'm just waiting. All I'm going to do is wait. Now I might push it about to here. Now it's come here. I'm going to push to this, and now I'm going to go, and I'm going to power slide, touch that onto net, and then just finish it off. You do get the goal, but again, we don't have the outcomes. So like right here, see how you're pushing forward in this middle lane? It's not a bad idea. You want to be able to move forward into the play. Like, for example, and it happens a lot, it sounds silly, but if Capello does like a brush hit there, fluffs his hit up, and it sort of bounces here, at least in this position, I can take that shot. And if he does what he does, I can also take that shot. I'm ready for both shots. Whereas you can only take one going wide. That's why we stress building up down the middle, especially in the second half of the pitch. I can understand at faster paced games, if you're SSL, you may want to build up like this. So you come forward 1, 2, see what's going on, ready, take a 50, and then they can come into it because the game's a bit faster. And if the 50 goes wrong, you can come into this path lane. Don't get me wrong, just keep that in mind. We don't really want to be following up too much like that. Again, even with this kickoff, just jump now. Just jump now. Because you just need to be higher. You win that one, but I feel like you're playing a bit of a risky game with that. Okay, let's see what you're doing here, Elite. Okay, grab the boost and get out of there. First thing. Because if I go up the wall here, the chance of me hitting this is very low. So I just grab this and I'm going to turn here. I'm not going on the wall. I don't want to waste energy. I'm going to turn here and I'm going to come here. Now, what will happen is I'm going to move into the inside position. This player is low on boost and I've got 100. So I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Boom. I've stopped the attack. Again, I don't know what's coming. I haven't lied or anything like that, and that's why I'm trying this new method of replay analysis. I'm trying to tell you what to do before it even happens, because I wanted to why I would do this is to stop them coming into the middle, and if they did go up, I had the boost advantage, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm blocking the middle. What we see here, it is really important to block the middle. As first man, your only goal and your only objective as first man in defending is, 1, to defend. We're not trying to turn that momentum around. And 2, is to take them off the middle. It's to put them into the red zone where they can't create. So we really have to be careful of, see how we've turned here. Again, we've faced the play. What does that mean? We've lost mobility as second man. We are blurring the lines. Second man in defense must defend. We can't be thinking about attacking. So you're facing the play here. You have no mobility. You have to be moving away from the player. You have to be as his first man. Trust me, you can't lose. I'm here, I'm moving away. Second man is in net waiting for this. I just block him in the middle, and that means that this whole play doesn't happen. Very simple play from them, very nice play actually, but it doesn't happen. So I'm still winning 8-0. If I could, take control of 2 cars. Yeah, I was gonna say don't go for this demo. No need for this. They're right. So what you got to think here, Rocky, this isn't a scoring opportunity for you guys, because Elite isn't going to be able to score this. So if you go for a demo, you're going to put yourself into their net, and you've just used all your boost, and now you've got to recover. There's no point doing that demo. It actually forces you to back off. See the difference? So instead, I'd come here and I'd wait, because I'm on boost pad 2. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait, see what Elite does. Good job not taking that hit, Elite. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that, but still not too bad. I'm still facing the play. Look at the difference, by the way, Rocky, right? You are moving around. I can see you moving around loads, and I'm just sat in the same position, but you are moving. And now you guys have ended up next to each other. Now you've ended up taking his mid boost. Remember, Elite's going to be low on boost. They're the one doing all the hard work. I'm still here, by the way. I'm still sat here, just grabbing this pad. Still sat here. And now I'm going to flip and move back. Good blocking of the middle, and now I'm deep in there. So I have no idea what you just did there. But let's have a look. Boosting in past the... Now both of you are past pad 2. It's going to be very hard to score this. And let's have a look at Elite's boost. Yeah, see, they're on 21. So once they do this play here, they're so low on boost, where they could have had that mid boost. They should have had that mid boost, in my opinion. They didn't need to rush this. They're not winning that back boost. Again, you're fighting the energy. If you get a good shot, sure. I would try and play for boost pad 2. You don't have to actually stay on attack to be effective. You have to get map space to be effective. And then this is what happens. So similar to earlier, when Elite took the challenge and you basically came down this end, you've done exactly the same. You've took a challenge, and this is why we don't challenge balls. Because even when I did that pro replay analysis, beast mode, best 2 players in the world, where every single, 14 dives and only 1 connected with the ball out of 14 dives, but every shadow worked. So right here, we've dove in, we've got less frames to make it happen, and then we've ended up on the outside of the ball, but you do a good job coming onto the inside. Probably did just want to play that over. The issue is now, your first man has no boost, because of a decision from here, where you took that mid boost. And what should have happened here is you shouldn't even be there. You should be in the middle, chilling. Elite now has this 100 boost that was there. He continues to move back. He now plays it into the corner. And because he's got boost, he can boost into the boost after playing it into the corner. And now he's safe. But because he doesn't have boost to be able to make a quick play, Capello ends up with the boost. And just like that, we have gone from an advantage of having us on 100, them on 0, you're in the middle protecting. Now we are a guy on 0 boost pushing this ball away from himself. This is dangerous. You don't want to be pushing the ball forward when you're on 0 boost. Because now the recovery is going to be shocking. Oh, no. Okay, what's happened here? This is good positioning. Where did we go wrong? Don't dive in. Don't dive in as last man. Don't dive in as last man. So what we've done there, second man must be central. Must be protecting the middle. I might come here. Okay, what am I looking at? Right. Remember, it's all about overall net momentum here. Ball, player, teammate, all of us are going in this direction. I now will back off. In the idea being, if Elite did have that 100, he now stays on this ball. And he blocks him coming into the inside. And then I can snipe as second man. I'm going to just back up here. Continue moving. Right, straight away to deep net. And I'm just going to sit here. As soon as that ball gets touched, I'm coming forward and I'm shooting it. And I don't get scored on. You never want to challenge balls head on, especially as second man. Yeah, that's way too aggressive. And right at the end of the game, it's pretty brutal, I've got to be honest. Okay, so just keeping your cool. Here as Elite, it's tough because we've played the ball away from ourselves. This is a really tough situation for them to be in. They could have and should have arguably, once coming down here, it's tough because they get tripped, but they needed not to flip towards the ball here. This is where you'd have to rotate because you are forced into it. Flip across here, 1, 2. And now what we want to do is we actually want to come into this ball there and block it to the outside. Easier said than done, I know. Just from that second man positioning, I'm still winning 8-0. Really good game. Really appreciate you putting that one in there, Rocky, to be scrutinised, and the same with Elite. Do appreciate you guys so much being willing to be looked at. Overall, absolutely excellent. You know, you're staying central as that second man. Do we push up a bit too far? Yeah, I think that's one of the big keys you're missing out. Easy goals. I think there was 2 very easy goals you could have had. And that makes a big difference. And then we're taking challenges. So the biggest advice I can give, remember, when we're defending, we defend. And when we defend as first man, we're being mobile. Second man, we're being back ready to snipe. Overall, I'm so impressed with you, man. Honestly, like seeing you go from gold 3 plat 1 to diamond 2 is just extraordinary. And it's great to see you still using those fundamental pacifist foundational plays and movements, but it just need a little bit of cleaning up there. Like I always say, it never is mechanics for most players, and for you it's not mechanics. If you make those changes, you're now champ 1. Then you can add a little bit of your quick outplays in, the push into champ 2, champ 3, grand champ, because one of the biggest things in grand champ, one, it is positioning. We saw it with Millie last time, was positioning, but it's also the speed of outplays. People are too obsessed with taking I want to make a good play. Just make any old play and watch the defense crumble. But brilliant stuff. Hopefully that's helped everyone here. You know, if you're watching that, just trust me, this stuff works. If you want to know more information, give me a message on Discord. The link is in the description. I can give you the free resource pack so you can get started today. If you want to start injecting this with your teammate, do it. But I also have a full program where you get coaching from myself, 6 hours of coaching. I think there's 32 hours of video content, handouts, drills, and a private community that are all working on this system so that you can take over the game. I really believe it. And I think that proved it because I did this replay ahead of time. I said exactly where I would be, and I would have got extra goals, and I would have made extra saves. And that's not luck. That is called obsession, baby. So thank you everyone for watching. Do appreciate it. Have a good one. Look after yourself, and peace out. Peace.